Right, welcome. Got a 2012 Ram 3500 single rear wheel ST crew cab with an 8-feet bed, full drive. Motor is a 6.7 Cummins turbo diesel. It is DPF is deleted and the EGR is turned off but still present. So just a small walk around. It's got fender flares, BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2 tires. What else? 18-inch rims. Really in good, shape for the mileage it has. Tinted front windows, chrome caps on the mirrors, projector headlights, LED fog lights / work lights. It just needs a wash right now. Body is in pretty good shape overall. It's got a couple dents, one right there, and that rust is just from the dent, not from like perforation. The inside is dirty right now, but we'll show that anyway. It just has stuff inside. So all weather floor mats, manual full drive, and 6-passenger vehicle. Like I said, it's dirty. Nevertheless, decent truck. Okay. Like an old man. It needs a nice washing. Things I've done, like I said, headlights, fog lights, replace sway bar bushings, the front U-joints, 3 of them, each, by the wheel on the axle, and the one from the transfer case to the diff. Replace the alternator and upgraded to 180 amp from 160 amp. Fender flares, and that's mainly it. I did mention fender flares before. Start it up. Over time it gets that squeak. There is a mileage. Start it.
Mitsubishi, Sandal Mitsubishi,
Okay, I'm gonna put it into high idle. Just do this and that.
You could get up to $25,000 in credit.
Okay. No cracks on the windshield and no broken windows elsewhere. Let's open the hood. Tell that the alternator looks a little newer than everything else. No leaks. Spare tire, also 18-inch, and an extra tire. Turn the lights on. fog lights, or they work like high beams because they're too bright. I don't use them like fog lights. And these strips are switchback LEDs, so whenever you have a signal on, they are amber. So it does look better than a regular ST truck. Right. Oh, small tear in the driver's seat. Okay, start going places. Turn the brake off. We're going to be getting on I-70, so I'll do a demonstration of how the truck is at higher speeds, like 65 to 75 miles per hour. But this truck has plenty of highway miles, which is about 98% of them. It's towed a combined distance of 1,000 miles total. It was used to haul parts in Oregon, Washington State, and the other states up there. I drove it from there to here, passed through Salt Lake City, Omaha, and all those good cities. Total of about 2,600 miles, and absolutely no issues. It is DPF. Like I said, deleted. Here's a Minimax tuner. I like that thing. It will not come with a camera. Dash cam. They're not expensive. They're like $40. But that will be going to my F-150. So, opinion of the truck. I just got a 2017 F-150, which I put about 6,000 miles on so far. I got it with 87,000. It has about 93,000. Yeah, 93,000. It's a King Ranch four-wheel drive too. It's it's nice on the inside, nice on the outside. But to be honest, I like the feel of this seat better. These seats are thicker, so on my trip here, I didn't feel like the F-150. I got it in South Dakota, Sioux Falls, which is about 1,100 miles, I think. And I would say my butt did feel the long trip, even with its multi-contour massaging seats feature. The leather seats, heated and cooling. This one, the trip did not feel like it was 2,600 miles, because I've taken a few long trips and I know how uncomfortable it gets over time just sitting in the same seat. Let me turn the fog lights off. This part of the concrete has some bumps, but right now we're doing about 70. And there's traffic, so I'm not going to put cruise control to show the steering wheel stability. Being that it's a one-ton truck, the suspension is stiff, so you do feel a lot of the bumps. And my hand is holding up the camera rather than having a whatever stand or tripod. So yeah, 62, 61, 60. So I wish I could go 75 just to. What else should I say? I replace the oil every 5,000 miles with synthetic oil. I think it's 5W40 or 15W40, I forget. I think I use 5W40. the fuel filter is replaced periodically as well. It's got a K&N drop-in filter, air filter. Done a few other things I just can't think of on the top of my head, but I was a Ford guy before. I've owned quite a few F-150s, including the one I have right now. I think 8 F-150s, 1 F-250. This was my first diesel vehicle, and this was my second Dodge. I had a Charger for like 2 months. Having a small car just wasn't for me. Great car, nevertheless. But I was impressed with just how much I could trust this truck, taking me to and from work, taking me to DC, taking me to Michigan, taking me to, where did I go? Houston. I didn't go to Florida with this one. But I feel like this 68 RFE is an underestimated transmission. It shifts smooth, it holds itself up. As you see, this one has 400,000 miles on it, and it, torque converter is fine. Everything else feels fine. Right now, I have about 700 to 800 pounds in the bed. There's a motor. There's what else? Toolbox full of just all sorts of things. Headache rack. And the tire I showed before. The headache rack is not mounted on, it's just laying down in the bed, and a piece of plywood. And this thing, it accelerates normally. 75, 76, 77, 78, and you can see the steering wheel staying pretty steady. The whole truck is staying steady. 78 miles per hour, which I should be doing on a construction zone, but it's Sunday, so hopefully no workers today. Speed limit's 45. Complaints about the truck. Well, it's 1 ton, so it's got the stiff suspension, like I said before. From a guy that drove plenty of F-150s, it took some getting used to. Everything on this vehicle is overbuilt and heavy as hell, from the front shafts to sway bar links, tie rod ends. Everything is just stiff, heavy, and heavy duty, which is good for its purpose, but for my use, it's a little unnecessary. It's it's nice. Unfortunately, diesel here averages about 335 versus gas, which is 269 now, so it's getting a little costly to operate to and from work day by day. And I average going to and from work about 17 and a half to 18 miles per hour, but still I work about 38 miles away each direction, so 6 days a week it adds up. What else can I say? Yeah, right now we're doing 72. 71, 72. RPM steady. Steering wheel steady. The whole truck it holds its own. When I was going the opposite direction, that side, the side of the road really, there's no place to pull over. So the truck was halfway off the road and in the dirt, and it was a scary moment, and I'll admit I was a little distracted at the time, but I was impressed with how it didn't feel like it was gonna lose control. It still held its own, it still felt firm and everything was just the way it should have been. I've had similar situations with my work truck, which is a GMC Savannah, GMC Express or Savannah 4500, the FedEx cutaway truck, and that thing, you can feel the steering wheel just wanting to give away and make its way off the road. But also the F-150, just everything feeling soft in that truck makes you appreciate this one a little more. It feels big, you know, it is big. It's 169 inches of wheelbase, and it's definitely higher than a lot of other vehicles on the road. But it's easy. It's easy to maneuver, not as easy to park. No, sensors, rear backup sensors, no camera. But whenever you get used to it, you do find just with the mirrors. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my video of this specific F-150, and I'm sure I didn't answer all the questions that people might have. I didn't get to everything. I wish I could have, because I'm really forgetful. But in my opinion, this has swayed me towards the Dodge way or Ram way. After the current F-150 I have right now, I might think about getting a Ram 1500. The newer ones, they're pretty impressive and they're bigger. Oh, one thing, this is smaller than the F-150 on the interior space, and the F-150 has a flat floor. That's one thing I like about those. But this is not a lot, but it's wider, so it's easier to sleep. I love the gear shift right there. Navigate, and I love having a seat right here because it comes in handy sometimes. I don't like the center console mount.